are being chemtrailed, and this red haze again on the horizon. So it is just becoming more stranger as we go through the days, months and years. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just check some charts, and then I'm going to show you some video footage from Mexico on the news media, and I will then show some webcam images. So please enjoy this video and take care. Okay, here is the EQ 3D network earthquake charts. September 24th, 2017. And in front of you on the chart, we've got the area of Mexico. Now, Mexico has a lot of earthquakes, a lot of tremors that are happening right now. 5.5s, 5.4s. I mean, it is getting much stranger. Just not so long ago, the other day, they were hit by a 7.1. Now, this is happening also around the world. 5.7s, 5.5s. I mean, look at this. 5.8s. I mean, everywhere now, the earthquakes are building up around the earth. I mean, also as well, there's many parts of the world as well where they have got a huge build-up of earthquakes as well. I mean, over this area as well, you've got more and more earthquakes again. I mean, look over here. I mean, I've been tracking this, and I've been watching the earthquake activity. And also, I mean, look on this side as well, you've got 5.7s. I mean, over in the Solomon Islands as well, just down here, where I showed you before, you've got all this activity to the right-hand side of the area of Australia. Look at this. Again, 5.4s, 6.4s, 5.6s. It is absolutely getting a lot more stranger by the day. I mean, look at all this as well that's coming through, 5.8s. I'm keeping track of this. It's very important because we really need to study everything. Everything is starting to build up now, isn't it? So again, we just got to continue. I'm going to now show you some footage from news media, what occurred in Mexico.
Windows should be, they are doing what they can to get ready for this massive
And let me tell you, I was here in 1985 when that earthquake collapsed Mexico City. So what we're, looking out for each other, all the neighbors, like, what should we do? Where should we stand? Because also, let me tell you that I live in an area in Mexico City that is considered one of the most dangerous ones, also with downtown Mexico City. This is an area next to the Angel of Independence for those who have been here. So it's, we are all in extreme alert.
So, Paulina, let me just be clear. When it struck, you were driving and then you pulled over and stood out in the streets. Where are you now? Have you been back to your apartment, which I understand is in a very old building? Have you been back to get a sense of whether there's any damage?
Yeah, I already checked the building and checked my apartment, and everything is fine here. I live in an old building. It's like 45 years old. But I know that security protocols were implemented by authorities already, so you can hear the helicopters and the ambulances and the police cars driving around this area.
Okay, now again, we just see a lot of strange things going on across the world, don't we? We see a lot of heavy earthquake activity, and also now the magnitudes are getting a lot stronger now, aren't they? So we just got to keep focused on what's happening. It really is important, as people still walk around with their mobile phones, looking down at TV media, believing those media lies, and it is, again, indeed, to wake people up. I'm going to show you another piece of footage from Mexico of a person that's in a hospital bed, and it's terrible, isn't it? It really is.
At 1:14 Tuesday afternoon, Martin Mendez, a locksmith, was replacing broken locks in an accounting office on the 4th floor of this building at Alvaro Obregón 286, when the world around him started to rumble.
When the earthquake struck, what did you hear cuando chocó el terremoto? ¿Qué oyó?
Hizo esto 2 o 3 veces.
So the building moved back and forth 2 or 3 times.
Como si fuera un caballo brincó y
And then it started jumping up and down like a horse.
When the shaking stopped, Martin found himself trapped with 3 women he'd never met before who worked in the office he was visiting.
¿Se podía mover? Could you move?
Así, como gusano.
He said he could only move like a worm.
Estuvimos, ya nos calmamos.
He said they started getting very nervous because they were running out of air. He thought they were going to suffocate.
What came next would test every shred of perseverance they could muster. Diana Pacheco says they had no time to react and could hear the floors above crashing down.
What was it like when the earthquake struck? Cuando vino el terremoto, ¿cómo fue?
Pues fue muy rápido.
It all happened so fast, she says, we didn't have time to get out. In 5 or 6 seconds, the building collapsed. Diana says she reached for her phone and started sending these text messages to her husband. Love, the roof has fallen. We're trapped. I love you. I love you so much. We're on the 4th floor near the emergency exit. There are 4 of us. And then you can see a series of phone calls that wouldn't connect. That was enough to alert rescue workers that there were indeed people still alive inside this building, but the rescuers couldn't hear them.
El sonido fue horrible.
Diana says the sounds were horrible. She recorded this incredible video of the space where she was trapped. Massive sheets of concrete around them. They used cell phone lights to see the dust billowing around them. There was no escape, no way out. Martin and Diana and the 2 others talked to each other, soothing each other's fears, waiting for rescue workers to reach them. Martin's leg was broken. He sat there in excruciating pain.
What was going through your mind? ¿Qué estaba pensando en esos momentos?
Pues yo pensaba en Dios que nos oigan los rescatistas.
So I was talking to God and hoping that the rescuers would hear us.
As we talk, Martin opens his phone and shares with us a picture he took of himself while he was trapped. He hadn't seen it. The emotions overwhelm him.
Me imagino que usted pensó que no iba a salir vivo. I imagine that you believe there's no way you're getting out
¿Soy
alive.
honesto? Yo sí pensé que iba a salir vivo, te lo juro.
No me diga.
Yes, I did. I always believed I was going to get out alive, he says. Finally, after 17 hours, rescue workers pulled all 4 of them out alive.
So all these scratches came when he was pulled out.
Diana Pacheco and Martin Mendez are now recovering in the same hospital on the same floor, but haven't been able to see each other since they were rescued. They were brought together in an unexpected moment of horror and survived. And I teach him a phrase in English that he and his friends can share.
We made it. We made it. In inglés se dice, we made it.
It is absolutely crazy that a huge event could happen just at a short time and real surprise people, but in it's so nice that people actually survive, and genuine people like that you just saw on the screen that's now going to reunite and spend the rest of their lives together. It's absolutely fantastic that we've got the power of God that is able to do that. Stronger, positive, fantastic. So we're going to go to other images as well. Okay, we've got some footage. Okay, this is a chart that basically goes through all the earthquakes that have occurred through the years. It's like a timeline, and you'll see the information on the screen, but it's interesting to see what has occurred through the number of years and the magnitudes of earthquakes, so please enjoy this. Okay, the first part of the video was just to give you an idea that these magnitudes, again, are getting much more intense. The build-up of earthquakes through the years as well is becoming a lot more of a higher magnitude. I just want to quickly show you this chart that goes through the early years right up to 2014 and onwards. But we don't get any information from after 2014. Let me show you this now, please. Okay, we've got a chart just here now, okay, and it is a huge problem because the magnitudes are climbing, aren't they, through the years. Look, we've got 1982 and it carries on right through. Now it hits at 2014, but it's quite hard to find a 2015 and 2016 and then so on. Now this is by thunderingheard.com. Now this company will give you information. Now it's just again letting you know that these magnitudes, okay, are climbing. They're getting much stronger. This is average from 10 years and it will be climbing much more. There's far too many earthquakes. There's far too much activity happening around the world right now, and again we just need to pass this information on because news media, weather channels, they just do not want to give any information out, especially here in the UK as well. We're just not getting nothing. So again, it is actually carrying on, isn't it, till we get the truth. So I am now going to go to subscribers images. Okay, these first attachments are coming in from Billy from Carolina. Now you can again see, can't you, these are trees that are dying just underneath the bottom there, and you can also see those chemtrails, dark shadows. Now what is interesting about these photographs, okay, that the sky is truly very, very dim, and as I talk through this as well, I've made another video up which will come up shortly that shows that there is a huge shadow in front of between us and the sun. The skies do dim. Okay, now when I look at the solar charts, okay, I noticed from September, the month that we're in now, all the way to October, and then when we're touching November, we see Mercury pass in front of us and the sun. Now as Mercury transits past us, that is the time, October, November. But before now, as now, September, October, which we're at now, nothing should be there in front of the sun. Venus is at the backside of the sun. But we have now got these huge shadows, eclipses, that are now in front of our sun. Again, there is a problem, isn't there? There's a huge problem because we are seeing these other light sources on the horizons. Now please do check the solar charts right now and you will see there's nothing supposed to be there. Okay? Now why is our skies dimming? Why are we seeing this white object? Why are we seeing so many chemtrails and HAARP clouds? Why is this happening? Why are they doing this? Because I believe is that we've got that huge celestial body that's in our solar system, Wormwood, a huge shadow that crosses our skies in the afternoon. So thank you for this photograph. This kind friend Bill as well showed this image as well. I mean, look again on the trees, the treetops, they're just dying. Again, dark skies. At the between 12 p.m. till 3:30 p.m. the skies become darker. We've got hundreds of emails, photographs showing the same as what Bill's showing now on the screen. It is just becoming very strange. Earthquakes, other problems around the world. This isn't stopping, is it? It is not stopping. So Bill, thank you for your images and thank you for your long page email. Okay, we've got another image coming in from Shia Skies. Now this subscriber is stating as well that there was a huge reflection and a pink haze as here on this photograph. It does look very strange, doesn't it? Look at the shadow here to the right hand side and the shape of it as well, and this pink reflection, huge pink reflection. She also states that in her skies in Mexico she is seeing a very dark haze from between 12 p.m. right through to about 3:30, 4:45, she states on her email that the skies become darker, much dimmer than she's ever seen or witnessed before in her life. Now, this again proves to me that there is an object that's between us and the sun. We are in a binary system. Okay? That's my belief, and many of you on the channel that's listening believe this too. The government have hidden this for a long time, and it is important to check the charts. Add everything up. It is so important. Let me try other subscribers' images, and thank you as well, Sheer Sky, for this image, and God bless you. Okay, we've got another kind subscriber. This is Paula. Now, Paula has sent lots of photographs in, lots of images, and she is from Galveston. Now, please look at this, because the skies in the USA are being completely caked. Look at the state of the sky. Look at these lines again. This is again being produced by that HAARP cloud. Now, HAARP is on full power. We heard about this quite some years back, 2006. It came out, didn't it? It was leaked out to the public, and then it got hushed up. This is what they're good at. They bring things out, and then it gets shut again. They don't want anybody to know anything. Just like that report in 1990, and also with the 1983 report as well. Now, there is lots of things that are being hidden from the public, and we're here to try and come out with the information. So I'm going to play Paula's video. This is a 2-minute 24-second video, and I want you to see what their skies are like. It's absolutely dreadful what they're doing.
See the rainbow. It'll be peace. Oh yeah, my hands are shaking.
Okay, thank you, Paula, for this video, because it does really look strange now. Things are really looking different now, aren't they, every day? And to all those skeptics looking at this video, and you're saying that everything's fine, well, I'm afraid that there is something that's terribly wrong now, isn't there, with our skies? We've never seen it like this before. So big respect again for sending this video in, and again, please keep safe. Okay, this next image, okay, is coming in from Shira Sky again. Now, she states on her email that round about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it just got, as I said before, I say it all the time, it gets very, very dark and dim. Look at the screen, look at those clouds. It is dimming up there, isn't there? Proving there is a problem. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go now to a 3D solar chart. Now I did show the solar chart on a video just shortly, and I'm going to now go to it now because I want you to show you that there is nothing that's supposed to be with in front of the sun and ourselves. It doesn't show on the chart. Now many people are noticing as well that there's an object, okay, between us and the sun. Let me just go to this chart now for you. Okay, now we're at the 3D solar chart. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in. Okay, I'm going to zoom in and I want to show you something, because the subscribers images, if you just look at, we just saw the image you just earlier on of a photograph of the dimming sky. Okay, far too dark. Now as it's here on the date, the 24th of September, okay, 2017, we've got Mercury here, we've got Venus that's here as well. I explained this earlier on the video, but I just wanted to show you this, it's important. Now look at the Earth. There's nothing that's between the Earth and the Sol, the Sun, okay? Now why would it be so dark? Because chemtrails wouldn't just darken our sky, because the Sol is huge. It's a very huge celestial object towards our Earth, very small. Now if I move the diagram, okay, across to October, November, just move this round, okay, we get Mercury. Mercury is in front. If I just go back, you can see that Mercury is in front of us. Okay, so we will get a slight dip. Now Mercury is only a small celestial object. Okay, now we've got Mars, we've got Venus here, but Mercury is here. Now 13th of December. Now it shouldn't really cause much of a dip in the sky anyway, should it? But we're getting dim skies now. If we just go back here, back down, October, there's nothing, there should be nothing in the skies between us and the Sol. Okay, now we're going back towards September. We'll just move this now to September, and we are not having anything. There's nothing there, is there? Nothing there. Now I've put it onto the 25th, okay? That's for tomorrow, but again, look, clearly see there's absolutely nothing there. So what I'm saying is really that we're seeing all these images, aren't we? Okay, we're seeing all these images, photographs from across the world, genuine photographs, not fake, legit photos from genuine people that are absolutely worried. They're concerned that there's something that's dimming our skies. And news media are saying nothing. They're not saying anything. We're having these huge earthquakes, people, families, loved ones that have been taken into hospital because of this. And the powers that be, the governments, they know that this is happening. They're building those underground cities and they're drilling deep to try and hide from the truth. They don't want the public to be awake to this. There's dark skies. Look again, Venus, Mercury, the other celestial objects. Nothing on the chart indicates there's anything there. Okay? But when we look out to the skies between 12 and 3 and 4, as you saw on the other photograph, the other video you just saw just then from another kind lady, you saw that the skies are caked, okay, with chemtrails. They use HARP, they're covering and screening our skies because the shadows are getting darker now. We've got objects now that are crossing us. We are heading for a pole shift. Okay, we are heading for a shift. All you have to do, okay, is just to look outside and see what's going on. Really, it is dimming. So again, I just thought it was best to show this video footage. Yes, this is a chart, and there is nothing that should be. It's saying on the chart, nothing is here. But when we look outside, it's far too dim. It gets dark, and they can't hide that from us because we have been in the past. It's in the Bible. Look at the sun, moon and stars. Look at the sky for the changes. We're seeing far too many changes. We're seeing these orange strange clouds with lightning that's lightening up inside them. We're seeing strange formations. We're seeing ash coming out for the ground. I mean, it's on the ground. It's on the trees. The chemtrail, the web, whatever. It's coming out from them aeroplanes being sprayed, and it's another problem, isn't it, to us? It's killing us. It is a depopulation of the earth. That's what I believe. And we've got to keep going, haven't we, to provide the truth. So I'm going to go to a few more subscribers' fantastic images. Okay, Paula's just sent another video in right now, okay, right to this hour. And she's talking on the video and she speaks to her husband. She says, "Tell me if this looks normal." And he says straight away, "No way." Now, Paula states on her email as well that at 3 p.m. the sky is too dark. She states as well the blue sky behind all that harp cloud and chemtrails, it is far too dim up there. It shouldn't be like that. We're seeing this white object and again seeing these strange clouds that move in front of the sun to hide these. It is to hide everything. So again, we're going to play this video for you now. It is just proof that there is something that's between us and the sun. We've got objects, we've got celestial heavenly bodies that have been said in the Bible. Wormwood. We have had truthers, Mr. John Moore, who has stood up in a conference speaking out the truth to hundreds of people to try and warn and educate people to get the truth out that this is going to happen. He spoke these words then in 2008, and he spoke again very recently to try and get the words out. He knows it's coming. We all do. So I'm going to play this video for you again.
Who is that? Look out here. Tell me if that looks normal. Look straight up.
Again, Paula, thank you for this. And also, you've got to feel sorry for them birds, the natural birds in the sky, because she states as well there's only a few of them about now because they're dying. They're being killed by these toxins. Covering the truth, as again in the past, the Sumerians didn't see chemtrails, didn't see harp clouds. They didn't see any of that. They just saw those heavenly bodies coming through. It's part of life. It's a fact of life. This is a true event that's coming to cleanse the earth. It needs cleansing. Really it does. And again, I feel sorry for the natural birds and wildlife because they just don't want to fly around happy anymore. Because again, they just breathe it in. We are all breathing this in. It's terrible. So thank you again, and I'll move on to a few more images. Okay, what I'm going to do is, this is the last video, okay, for this video, because I've got to sort things out. Now, I apologise for taking a situation where there were two videos were taken down. First video was the sound quality wasn't 100%, okay? Second video, I bought a studio mic, okay, to try and get a clearer sound to get through. But I need another machine, like an amplifier thing or something, to plug it into to make the sound, generate the sound to a higher quality. But at the moment I did do that video and it didn't sound very well. The sound quality was low because of that, and it was coming out not in crystal clear stereo, it was coming out as a mono. So I apologise about that, okay? So but next time I'll get that sorted so we can get a better sound of the quality of the videos that are coming through, the sound of me talking as well. So I'm going to play this next video. Now again, this is from this kind subscriber that states as well that the skies are dimming. Her name is Cherie Sky, and this lady is fantastic. She sends in lots of emails and she states that there is something wrong, which is absolutely true. She's using her camcorder and she's pointing out to the sky, okay? Now she states in her email that it's very, very dark. She's very worried about this. It's very dark. And it's only 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I mean, 2 p.m. Think about this. Now, I'm going to play this video for you now.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Okay, it is very worrying, isn't it, to see the sky like this? But humanity, again, have got very much used to this. It is a crazy situation. Now, I did spot something on the Switzerland cams this afternoon, and I am going to try now to bring up the footage so we can see. I spotted an object, okay, on a rotating high definition camcorder that's high up in the mountains, that's on 24/7. So I'm going to hope to try and get this for you now. I'll be back. If I don't catch it, I will try and produce it to put on another video shortly. But if I don't catch it, I apologise. But I'm going to see if I can do this for you now. Okay, I found the footage that I recorded earlier on this afternoon. Now, I apologise about the sound quality, okay, because at the time I was trying to fix the new microphone. All the settings were completely out of the... I mean, it was all wrong. So anyway, I have now slowly completed it on the laptop and also the amp and everything, but I've got to get another part of it as well to connect to get everything running fine. So anyway, it just to try and build the channel so we can get more information out much clearer and start new links with other people as well to get things sorted. But I'm going to now show you this clip that I caught, and you can see on the screen, if you keep an eye on the skies, an object that stays with, it's a live cam, okay, a mountain cam, and it's out there northeast, and it is very spectacular. Can't be the moon, can't be the sun, can't be anything else. So I'm going to play this video for you now. I've now moved to one of the Switzerland cams high above the mountains. Now this is in eastern Switzerland. Now again, this place in Switzerland is called SUBCRIBER, and I found an object that's showing in the skies. Now, is this a heavenly body? Because I do not believe it to be lens flare. Now, I'm going to keep an eye on this webcam for all of you on a huge monitor. I've got 3 monitors and I've got 3 different webcams that I watch and I notice all the time. So this one will stay on all the time. So as the cam is now spinning round, this is just like every 3 minutes, okay? This is a live cam, rotation cam. Takes images every 3 minutes. Now, as it is rotating to the right side, you will see just up in the skies to the left an object, okay? Now, it can't be the moon and it can't be the sun because the moon is in its crescent mode at the moment and the sun is white to white looking in the skies. Now, as we go past these cloud formations, you will see it now coming up. And again, it's just very important what we catch. And I will zoom into this image when we see the object moving across the screen. It's just very interesting, isn't it, to pick up as many objects as we possibly can, to notice that there is something going on. Can you see it now, just going past the screen? That is not the moon. That is another object. You can see it's not lens flare or a mark on the screen because it's moving with the image, the live image. There's something that's up there. And they are hiding this. The government, the powers that be are hiding this. And these objects will cause earthquakes. Now, I'm going to stop the live feed and I'm going to zoom into that image. Okay, I've had a little bit of trouble with this cam because it won't let me pause the cam. It is just a rotation cam that works 24 hours a day. Now I've zoomed in slightly so you can see the sky, and please again take note of this object you will see go past the screen. Again, it is not a lens flare, it's nothing else. It is something that's out there reflecting. Can you see now to the upper side of the screen? There it is. So now I'm going to continue and look at other charts for all of. Okay, I have paused the image. Okay, I apologise again about the sound quality, but it is important to get the messages out, isn't it? It is very strange. We get on these strange cloud formations as well that are just basically at the bottom of the screen that move upwards. They lift upwards. And there is something that's there, isn't it? Because the sun is at the opposite side, at the other side. We're getting the sun, and on the other side, this is facing northeast on the cam. Because I've checked the shadings and the sun, the area and everything. And this is a northeast reflection. It is so evident there is a huge light source there, isn't there? So, anyway, we've got to think out the box, haven't we? We've got to think out the box. We've got to be open-minded and true to our word. But we're seeing a lot of strange things now in our skies. So I'm going to leave you now with this image on this video, and I will sort out another video shortly. And all of you, please take care and big respect to